Okay. 1 minute 45 in. Let me see if this is actually working. Let's see if this works. Okay. I'm actually going to record this on my phone as well, for those of you that prefer Facebook. And we'll see. We'll see. So I'm on YouTube at the moment, and I'm thinking I'm going to go on YouTube and I'm thinking I'm going to go on YouTube and this thingy, right? Have I got any viewers? No. Journaling blocks. How to. Why. Etc. Oh, there's one person on my live. That's exciting. Right. Sorry about my hair. It's still backcombed from last night and I haven't done anything about it. Oh, right. Okay. I'm doing a journaling video for you guys. I don't expect you to watch it because it's a Saturday night. So if you are like, I'm not watching this right now, do not feel one bit guilty about it, okay? I won't be offended. So in everything that I'm going to give you in regards to what you get with your monthly thing, the workbook is like the glue in your brain of everything actually coming together. So you can know more information and you can understand more information, but your subconscious will only apply it if it actually sinks into your subconscious. And what we do when we write, we're using different parts of our brain. And particularly when we journal, we are allowing a trust that we know the answers. So there isn't any right or wrong in any of these answers. What your best thing for you to do is not to overthink them and not to think about what somebody else would be thinking if they were to read your journal. You need to you're building trust with your inner voice when you're journaling. So essentially, every bit of homework has a prompt. And when it has a prompt, what you want to do is say, I feel like, if say that's the prompt, you actually write that, I feel like, and then let your subconscious take over and see what comes out of your pen. The more that you begin to trust that what you have to say on the inside, what your soul, your subconscious is always trying to talk to you all the time. It's trying to guide you to where it wants you to be. But sometimes we've ignored it for such a long time that we really lose connection with our inner voice, with our inner wisdom, with our psychic ability, whatever you want to call it. And we stop listening to our intuition. And after years and years and years of suppressing that, often something catastrophically big happens and we're like, well, I'm never going to not listen to my gut again. Okay. So you want to get to a point where you really, really trust your intuition and you really can build on that inner voice. Now, the thing with journaling and manifesting is you're taking a thought, a vibration in your head. That's all everything is, vibrating particles. A vibration turns into a thought, turns into lots of thoughts, turns into something that you write down, turns into let's start with the brainstorm. It starts with a brainstorm, or it starts with however your brain imagines these things. Some people are really good with brainstorms. Some people are like to visualize. Some people like to actually cut things out and put them down. So it starts with that. Then you break things down into smaller bite-sized bits. So to do this bit of that, I need to do this, and then that turns into a to-do list. And you take your to-do list and you turn the to-do list into bite-sized chunks, so that you're always really slowly, at a pace that you're ready, incrementally working towards those goals that long term will be a beautiful big picture. Okay. So when you are writing, don't think about anyone else. In fact, don't think at all. Think minimally, okay? Less thinking. We think that thinking is like the be all and end all. It's not, okay? Let your heart pour out, okay? Let the inside of you, let your inner wisdom come out. Spend less time in the head and more in your body. So, pen to paper, you start writing and you just let it all flow out, okay? Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions? Hello, Claire. I also am attempting to record this on YouTube for the people that are not on Facebook, which I'm really proud of myself, because I'm actually doing a live on YouTube and there's one person watching me. Hey. But anyway, I thought I'm going on holiday tomorrow. I'm calling it a holiday. It's actually work. I'm going to Ibiza tomorrow to hold a retreat. I don't start it until Monday afternoon, so I'm still going to do our live on Monday morning. But I wanted to do this before the next week rolls on, so that why am I doing this? Why am I journaling? What difference does it actually make to all of this stuff? And it is the difference between your conscious and subconscious communicating with each other. Okay. Deep down, you can go to 100 therapists, you can go to loads of coaches, but essentially, all of the answers. And what we're really trying to do is create spaces whereby those answers come to you really easily and really fluidly. And you have those aha moments like, yes, I know, I understand myself a little bit better now. I understand why I've been doing that before. I can see that I've been doing that before. And actually, if I do this, my life will change. And those things are what we want to tweak tweak ourselves out of the bad stuff and into the good stuff. Why have I been stopping myself or allowing myself an abundant life, or a life of, luxury? And when I talk about luxury, I don't know if you've ever done Deepak Chopra's 21 days. Hopefully some of you have. But when I say luxury, I'm talking about a bubble bath. I'm talking about a candle at bedtime. I'm not saying like we need to swim around in gold and the walls need to be marble. What I'm talking about is those little things that make us feel special. So back to the homework. Claire, are you having any problems? Person on YouTube who I don't know who that is. Let me know. Do you have any questions? Let's go through the actual homework. So let's have a look at this. Where is the homework? Canva. I love Canva so much. Oh, me today. No, it doesn't want to do that. Doesn't want to do that. Anyone got the homework? Let's have a look. Homework. Have I got it? Oh, I found it. How exciting. Let's get it up. Okay. Where are you? Homework. Sorry. No. Oh, open with. Preview. Yeah. I don't know. It's not opening. Claire, do you want to tell me what it says? Do you want to tell me? I'm going to try it on. Why doesn't it want me to type? I'm sorry. Let me try it on here. Canva. Oh, okay, it likes it. It likes it over here. Safari, it's happy with, not Google Chrome. Okie dokie. But it's now a white screen. Why is that? Oh, save password. Yeah. Sorry, everyone. Sorry. Everyone being one person over here, one person over there, one person over here. Right, let's start. About me. Okay, so everything we're doing is strengthening our sense of identity. Okay, we want to be really proud of the person we are. When you need external validation all of the time, your life it's like handing over your power to the rest of the world outside you. Okay, so if you always need other people to tell you that you're great, you are gambling your happiness every single day. Does that make sense? So if I make a piece of art, okay, if I love that piece of art, it doesn't matter to me what anyone else thinks. Of course, it's nice for my ego to think, oh, other people like this as well. I've touched other people. That's a bit different. But if I need people to tell me that it's good, I'm not really doing it for myself. I'm doing it for the validation. So don't hand your power over. Don't hand your joy over. Don't hand your happiness over to that. So I am the leading lady of my life. I am my most important critic. There is nobody that's a bigger cheerleader for myself. There is nobody that's a bigger critic for myself. But I lead with cheering myself. I lead with being proud of myself. And that is how you want to get to a point where your ego doesn't need other people. It's nice, great, thank you very much. It's very kind of you. But my inner child, the bit inside me, that part of me is soothed because I always look after her and I always am like, no, hell no, no, I like the art. I don't care if you don't like the art. I like the art, you know? Okay, let's scroll down a little bit. So, big manifesting goals, little manifesting goals. My big manifesting goals are, and then you carry on writing, see what comes out of. If you know, you might really know, but also trust that sometimes you think you know, but then something else might come out. And if you give yourself the space and the time to curate that, then you might surprise yourself with some of the answers that come out. Their fears, pains, and frustrations. What are your biggest problems that you are getting that are stopping you getting to the big goal? So, my fear is right. Okay. No pressure. No, nobody's going to read this. You can't get it wrong. You can't get it right. If you're worried, someone will read it, write it, and then get rid of it. Allow it out of you, allow it out of your subconscious, allow it to appear on paper. That's a manifestation in itself. It's already gone. Vibration to thought to, none of us have one thought, do we? We have lots and lots of very rich thoughts, to putting it on paper. And by doing that, you are telling yourself, my thoughts are important. Okay. And that's so important. My thoughts are important enough to give space to them, to give time to them, to allow myself to process what's happened today, what's happened last week, what happened 20 years ago. Yeah. Last year. The actions I'm already taking have taken me to the actions I'm already taking have taken the actions we're already taking to move me towards my big goal okay, so I am taking action here and list those things. Get really proud of yourself. Like I said, you need to be your biggest cheerleader. The more you cheer yourself, the more that you set the tone, the bar of this is how loved I am. This is how loved I want to be. This is how respected. This is how I want to speak to myself. Then everyone else has to meet you there. Anyone that meets you below there, you will feel it and they will just fade out of your life. Okay. And that's a scary thing in a way. And that's a painful thing. But there's nothing more painful and frustrating than long-term faking it. On reflection, what of these action points were micro or macro breakthrough thoughts for me? So the action that you've already taken, what things at some point, some of the things that you've already done, you were manifesting as if you were like, oh my God, if I get that, I will be so happy. What were those things? Celebrate them, okay? Write them down and get really excited. Sarah, I'm just letting you know. I know it's a Saturday night. You do not need to watch this now. If you don't want to, of course you can watch it now. But I don't just wanted to say I'm not expecting people to stay on a Saturday night. Watch it back if you know. So we're talking through that. I'm only going to go through a couple of pages with you because I only really want to go through week 1. So, and also I want you to start trusting that you are getting it right for you. Like there is no right. I don't want you to feel like you need me to hold your hand through this all because the process is about you. You are the center of your universe. And when we talk about the universe, what we're really talking about is this genius soul that we have got and brain that we've got and heart that we've got and center that marries all of these things together. Like this body, this device, meat jacket, whatever we want to call it, this thing allows us to feel, to enjoy ourselves, to experience all of these amazing things. But our soul is like our universe and our brain is like our universe, you know, in that it has infinite amount of wisdom and you can conjure up some really magical thoughts if you give yourself space to do that. And when you're journaling, that is what you're doing. You're giving yourself space. You're saying, my thoughts are important. Okay. And you're not just saying, my thoughts are important, but you're backing that up with taking action. And that is just adding to that bit of your brain, what's it called? The neural pathway that starts to believe that I'm important, what I think is important, what I have to say is important. And not only am I saying that, but I'm enhancing that with the behavior that's all around that. Does that make sense? So, next week is acceptance. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Is it? No, last week was acceptance. Next week is release. So, why do we need to release? Okay, why do we need to let go? We need to let go because we cannot allow new stuff in. We cannot allow new relationships in. I don't know if you've ever watched Extreme Hoarders. My mum's a bit of a hoarder. I'm a bit of a chair hoarder. I'm not allowed to buy any more chairs now because I have too many chairs. And because I'm not allowed to buy any more chairs, I have to get rid of chairs before I'm allowed to buy more chairs. Chairs are a passion of mine, okay? You cannot allow new love in until you release. You cannot be kinder to yourself until you release the anger that it might be around some situation. You need to release to create heart space, head space, etc., etc. There will be some things that you're holding on to that you've held on to for years, decades, more than decades even. Those things, if they're not helping you and not serving you now, they have to go. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing next week. So yeah, I'm excited about that, and it's actually quite a terrifying week because we become our pain. You know, we become our you know we get attached to our anxieties, we get attached to these things because they become part of our identity. So like I said earlier, we're enriching your identity all the time, but we also need to unpick the things that are part of our identity that we no longer want to be part of our identity. Okay, that we want to say, do you know what, I know that I'm bigger than this and I trust that I can be bigger than this. And this is where it all comes from. And that release, this is going to be about where does that come from? Where did this all begin and why? And how can I soothe that part of me? How can I put a balm on that part of me to heal that part of me so that I don't keep perpetuating the same cycle? Does this make sense? Okay, cool. So I'm not going to talk anymore. You get it. You understand. We need to do these things. We need to journal, and journaling is the glue, etc. So thank you for watching on a Saturday night, those 3 of you that watched. And yeah, I'm really proud of you. Give yourself space, give yourself the time to write it out. You can watch all the videos you like. You can go to as many therapists as you like. If you don't get in contact with your inner guidance system, you are not going to be able to glue all of this together and mash it all together and actually take action. The what's the thing? What do they say? What's that saying? Knowledge is power. It's only power if you actually implement it into your life. If you don't actually change anything, if you don't make these changes, then knowledge is not power. Knowledge is just knowledge. Knowledge is power if you apply the knowledge. Okay. And this is where we're going to be applying what we've learned in the week. And things will come up in the week that will be a real mirror of the things that we've talked about, because the universe will be like, this is what we talked about. And here I'm just going to show you how quickly you can learn this lesson and how quickly that you can be triggered in this area, and you can pick, do we level up at the trigger or do we carry on being triggered? Yeah. Anyway, this was a bit of a naughty do your homework vibe, wasn't it? I'm sorry about that. I hope that it didn't come across like that too much. And I'm going to go and wash my hair, ready for an adventure in Ibiza, and I will be going live on Monday morning still. I'm an hour behind, so I just need to. Am I an hour behind or in front? I always get confused about that. But anyway, I'll work it out and I'll make sure 9:30 on Monday I'm live, and can't wait to see your faces. Bye. Did anyone watch? How great.